It's showtime.
So as I was scanning through Netflix, I've noticed an influx of old Western and Kung Fu films, which I'm a big fan of and definitely will watch quite a lot of them. But one obscure title that I just picked randomly and watched the whole way through is Little Dragon Maiden. This is by far one of the weirdest and insane movies I have ever seen. And I understand that other countries have this language barrier and have different stories and can be pretty weird and nonsensical to the American and English audience. But that's like the majority of all older Kung Fu films. But I understand them for their corny nature and just enjoy the Kung Fu action, which is pretty much the gist of what you watch a Kung Fu film for. So let's dive into this film and break down the interesting portions into this film because I definitely think it's worth talking about. So the movie is actually based off a Chinese novel called The Return of the Condor Heroes and considered an unofficial sequel to the Brave Archer film trilogy. First, we start this movie off with Chinese subtitles setting up this film, but the problem is there are no English subtitles explaining to us what the heck's going on, so we're just completely lost in the beginning. So this random beggar, who I'm going to be referencing him as the bum throughout this entire review video. He comes in this random area where there is a fight and he actually gets poison on his finger. And a random old weirdo who jumps around like a toad and walks around doing handstands wants him to call him daddy. And the only way to get rid of the poison is to do handstands. But it doesn't help at all as he has to get medicine literally the next minute. So yada yada yada, the bum keeps going through Kung Fu masters because he wants to learn Kung Fu, which is the gist of most other Kung Fu films out there, and hates everyone. So he goes to the cemetery and eventually becomes a pupil to the little dragon girl. Also, can I say that the action is really great in this movie? It's definitely the highlight. It's fast and fluid and captures the essence of everything Kung Fu. And of course, since there's a girl and a guy, a dragon lady falls slowly for the bum. The bum is completely naive of the romance. And to break all that is happening, for one nonsensical moment, we have this cute little dog that gets lured by a random hobo, who we did see before battling with the toad dude, lures the dog to fucking barbecue and fucking eat. I didn't think that was a thing in China, but they just love to play into that stereotype. I'm not making this up. This actually happened in this movie. I wanted to throw up after seeing that. And it's just a completely pointless scene that amounted to nothing. So Dragon Lady and Bum escape after being attacked and encounter crazy Toad Guy. Toad Guy is jealous of Bum having another master, and Bum is so excited to see Toad Guy, leaves the girl for no reason, because he's just so excited to see Toad Guy, and Toad Guy fucking paralyzes her for no reason. Then, to make matters even worse, a former master of Bum Guy sees Lady Girl, and since he's really attracted to her, fucking rapes her. Rapes her! My god! The bum returns and sees Dragon Girl paralyzed and revives her back. And Dragon Girl thinks it was the bum who raped her instead of the random dude at that time. And the whole time, Bum is oblivious. And he's like, duh, I don't know what's going on. And she leaves because she feels he took advantage of her. Because she wanted to be raped by him, of course. This all happens in a span of 5 minutes. Also, we have the main other subplot I forgot to mention is the Mongolians are invading and they're battling these Chinese masters through duels. Bum comes out of nowhere and is apparently an expert and beats all the Mongolians. Then Bum runs away from his uncle and aunt when he finds out that they killed his father, who was accidentally killed, and he runs off and he falls off a cliff. Oh, and don't worry, he's not dead just yet. And little Dragon Girl finds the rapist dude and fucking murders him. So good to see feminism be a mainstay in Chinese films. Bum didn't die. He gets rescued by a giant condor, practically a guy in a bird costume, which looks terrible, with 12 minutes left in the film, and shows him a random sword to use for the final battle. Then tries to teach Bum how to use it by fucking throwing rocks at him. This was just insanely funny. Mongolians return with their leader who has a guillotine blade, and the family and Dragon Maiden fight them, and they jump from the house to a whole other location, which is bizarre in itself, and continue the fight. And the Mongolian leader also sliced a dude in half while he's in midair, which was awesome. Everyone is struggling, and then Bum comes into the fray out of nowhere and cuts a dude's head off. And then Bum is fighting the Mongolian leader. Bum falls off a cliff again and is saved by dude in bird costume. He flies to the Mongolian leader with his sword and makes him fucking explode. And Dragon Lady and Bum get back together and the movie ends. And that is Little Dragon Maiden. I wish I made all this stuff up, but I didn't. This is all real. That's what happened in the film. It's just a hilarious kung fu gem that I am glad to see and highly recommend. Just watch out for the dog and rape scene, but other than that, I highly recommend. And I cannot wait to watch the rest of these classic kung fu films on Netflix, and will probably consider reviewing these at some point, who knows. So if you like this video, press that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel Django Fett, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.